this is the final wrap-up. Well, no, this is the second to last final wrap-up. We're still in Morocco, but this is our last day. We're leaving today. So we're sitting down, we had breakfast. Recap from yesterday, we really look good, and I'm gonna have to insert pictures, I'm gonna have to insert videos, all of that. We look good as fuck. Right, so yesterday, the wrap-up for yesterday is we went and took a little tour of you know, the little town that's by, you know, our hotel. We took a walk, we took some pictures. We had McDonald's for the first time in a foreign country. That was interesting. I did not like it. It wasn't bad, honestly. But you can just tell the difference, you know what I mean? But I always wanted to have McDonald's in another country just because they always have different options in other countries. Like, I always wanted to just try one of these rare items that I was never going to see in the US. So I did that, and it was good. I got the big tasty chicken. Yeah. My friend didn't like hers. She did. She's over here making faces. But, yeah. But she got a double cheeseburger. It just didn't taste the same. And I told her, that's because you got the same thing that you get when you at home. You comparing. I got something that I never had before, so that way I can't even be like, oh my god, whoopty whoopty whoop. So yeah, sips tea literally. But yeah, like the little walk was cute. Then we came back and, you know, we like relaxed and stuff. Then we got ready for our dinner around like 6 o'clock, which was like our final, you know, we always do a big little shebang on the last dinner, you know, get something cute. We both got the same order at the restaurant that we went to. We both got the oxtail stew. I'm gonna also put a little clip of that. It was good, it was. And we had some wine with our dinner. We both had Cabernet Sauvignon. If you know, you know. It was cute. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we walked around the hotel. We took a deeper tour of the hotel, because this hotel is actually huge. It's big as fuck. So we decided, like, you know, we was gonna walk around and really like look at all the stuff. They have an art gallery here. Everything, it's so nice. I didn't take a video of the art gallery actually, so I can't insert that, but it was nice. I took a picture in there, but like I didn't, you know, take a whole video of everything that was in there. So my bad, friends. But yeah, it's about 10 o'clock right now here, which means it's like 5 a.m. back at home. We have a 7-hour flight to get on. Our biggest concern, our biggest concern really is making sure that our bags get back to the US, because y'all remember our problem when we first got here. So, you know, pray for us, you know.
Tell them about the refund, right?
Facts. And when we get back to the US, we get a refund. Yeah, because immediately no. But yeah, so this is the little recap of the last, our last night, and then this is our last day here. Well, it's not a full day, obviously. We're gonna leave here around 11 to go to the airport. But we'll come back and give a update to the update once we're back in the US, touching the soil of our ancestors. Yes. So. What? She American. I'm not, but you know.
Touching the soil of the American. Yeah, you talk about. You're also born there, bro.
I said touching the soil of our ancestors.
Why do you have to bring that up?
Why are you my business?
Because we know they were there, bro. You don't have to bring up that. Wrong timing. It's too soon.
Listen, I'm ready for American Wi-Fi.
No,
that's what I'm ready for. It's really nothing else that I'm really too teed up about. I'm just tired of my messages not going through sometimes, my videos not loading when I want to watch them on Instagram, and yeah, people on FaceTime with me telling me that they don't know what's going on. Listen, love it here, really do. It's been great. It's been great. Amazing. But you know, when it's time to go home, it's time to go home.
And it's time to go home.
And it's time to go home. So, you know.
Funds to be out here. And in order to have funds, you need to go to work.
So, you know. But yeah, we'll be back to let y'all know how our flight went. Stay tuned. It's not going well, y'all. It's not going well at all. I'm gonna update y'all. Now, this is the final update. As you can see, I'm home. Your girl made it to the house. This is the following day. Now, when I'm telling you, things never can just be smooth. Never. So, just to update you guys on what happened. So the last thing I said was we about to take our flight, right? Okay, so boom. We get in our little taxi, go to the airport, you know, we check in our stuff, yada yada yada. Waiting now to get on our plane. The plane starts boarding later than we expected, but not too much later. We're not, you know, too concerned about it. However, right, remember this is 2 flights. There's the first flight, which is an hour to the next airport, and then, you know, we get on another plane, which is a 7-hour trip, right? So whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, we get on the hour one. That one's fine, cool, no problem. We then get to the second airport. When we get to the second airport, they triple checking people's stuff. Like as soon as you come off the plane, you go through international. Instead of you going to like domestic, you go to international, because you know we're going back to the US. So boom boom boom, we go through that part. They check our we're on the line. Why? Like the first airport, they didn't do nothing. Like they was very lax. Like they even let us bring water on there. Like I ain't never seen that in my life at any airport. But okay, cool. We get to the second airport. They're checking our bags. So our bags go through the little detector thing. Why did the guy tell me to take off my bonnet? I'm like, huh? Because first of all, I'm not even understanding what he's saying in the first place. And I'm like, I'm shaking my head like, no. Like, because I don't know what he's saying. Then he's like, take the bonnet. So I take it off, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I guess he's like, what did you say? But I wasn't paying attention to him. I was talking to some girl who's in front of me, and she was like, oh, I think he's talking to you. I said, what did he say? And she was like, oh, he was like, what did you say? And I was like, I'm not paying him no mind, girl, because you're doing too much. Like, don't show off in the airport, sir. Like, you're doing too much. Like, obviously there's a language barrier and I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but also, why are you taking off my bonnet in the first? Why you want me to take off my bonnet in the first place? Like, at the last airport, the lady, she like touched my head like this, like felt it, and then she let me go. What is me taking it off gonna do? Like, and I don't know, I'm not quite sure, but I feel like I seen somebody have a hat on and they went through. So I feel like, did you do that because I'm black? Or because I'm a woman? Which one? I don't know. Either way, you got too much energy for me. And I was like, I ain't paying him no mind. Kept going about my business. But that already pissed me off because, sir, like, you doing too much. So boom, boom, boom. Then we get to the next part, which is inside the airport. Why is there another check for bags, bro? But not a regular, like, oh, you go through the little detector. No, bro, the next check is at our gate. At the gate. Like, not before you get into the terminals or nothing. No, at our gate where we go into board. Why would they do that? I'm like, what are you, like in this one, you can't bring no water, you can't bring nothing. So like, my thing is, if I was to buy a water or something from y'all airport, you're telling me I have to throw it away literally feet away from where I just was? Why wouldn't y'all just check everybody from the jump when we already came in here? That doesn't make any sense. Some lady was like, I was talking to some lady on the line, and I guess she be traveling a lot, another black lady, and she was like, yeah, they do that a lot at certain airports. Like, depending on where you're going and coming from, they do that extra check at the gate. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, I feel like that's dumb. Because my thing is, we're already in the airport. That's the only thing about it. If we're already in the airport, why would you check me again? Where am I going to get anything in the airport? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just didn't make any sense. I'm like, why wouldn't they just do this before you got in here? Like, that would make way more sense. But I was like, you know what, whatever. Charged it. Whatever. It is what it is. If that's something I have to, you know, take into account in the future, that's fine. No problem. I was just thrown off, like, what are we doing right now? So yeah, we get on this line. We supposed to have an hour layover, but as soon as we got into the airport, they was already boarding, which was whatever. Okay, yeah, we leaving now. Who am I to say anything? I just hope my bags make it, because you already know T on that one. So we get in there, we sit down, whatever. Both me and my friend's seats were in the back, but we weren't sitting together. Luckily for me, the person, because this is a big plane, so it's like 3 separate rows, and there's 3 seats in each row. So yeah, but the person who was, I had an aisle seat, and then there's a middle seat, and then there's another aisle seat, because I was in the very middle of the plane. So the person who was supposed to sit on the other aisle seat wasn't there. So I told the guy who was sitting next to me, who was in the middle, I was like, can you move over so we can have some more room? Because I already had plans, like, all right, if that person don't come, watch this. Right? So he moved over. He was really cool. He was nice too. He was real cool, whatever. He kept coughing and sneezing though. I'm like, you got allergies or something? But you know what? I also have allergies, and I hate when people be like doing too much about that. So I ain't say nothing. But I ain't gonna keep blessing you or nothing. Like, I ain't gonna do all of that. I don't even know you. But yeah. So we get all comfortable. We take off. An hour into the flight, y'all. Some lady drops on the floor, and they giving her CPR. Some old woman. I never seen her face, nothing like that. I only know she was an old woman because somebody told me that it was somebody's mother. I don't know how old she was or nothing like that. I just know it was somebody's mother. The son, he was there. Now he was in like his 30s or 40s maybe. But yeah, giving her CPR on the plane, y'all. After a while, they said, nah, she's gone. Crazy. Lady passes away on the plane. We now have to turn back around because mind you, this is the 7-hour flight. There's no way we can sit on this plane with this lady for additional 6 more hours. That's crazy. So we turned back around. Now we back in Casablanca. Now, like I said, we was an hour into our flight, so now we had to fly an hour back. And you know, since we lost 2 hours of fuel, basically, we have to fuel up again. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. So now our 7-hour flight turns into 10. We sit on the plane for basically 10 hours because we're supposed to get back at 6:45. We didn't get back to New York until 10 o'clock. We literally didn't get back until 10 o'clock. But ahead of myself, right? After they like already pronounced the lady as like, she's like, you know, they stopped working on her, like, you know, it's done. Some man gonna take his phone out and start trying to record the lady body on the floor. The son gets up and, well, I don't even know where he came from. I thought maybe he was already standing up, but he starts running towards him like he's about to attack him. The little flight attendants, they stopped him from attacking him, but they take the guy's phone, delete the stuff out the phone. I was appalled. What did you take your phone out to do? Record it for what? What are you gonna do with that? Like, let's be so for real with ourselves. What are y'all like? This whole new age of taking out the phone, we're gonna record everything, is getting ridiculous. Like, you gonna go and show who this? Like, my thing is, do y'all have no empathy? Like, do y'all have no couth, no decorum? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening at this point? He gonna be like, sorry about that. I would have snuffed you. I would have tried to attack you again. Little did you know, they would have thought I was clean up off you, and I would have just came back again. Like, no, because you're bugging. You're really wilding right now. Like, what do you mean sorry about that? Like, first of all, what in your Scolati told you? Let me take out my phone and record this man's dead mother on the floor on the plane. What gave you that? What voice in your head told you to do that? Like, whatever that is, you need to be committed. Whatever mental illness causes people to do weirdo shit like that needs to be studied, and y'all need to be arrested, because that was insanity. Like, I ain't never in my life, like, it didn't even cross my mind to pick up my phone, like, not once. So what in your brain told you, let me pick up my phone and record this lady's dead body? Like, do y'all be well? I just want to know, because I don't think so. I think something has to be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, something got to be wrong. So, right? We waiting for the plane to take back off. My phone not charging. Like, it's just so much going on at this point. Like, so much going on at this point. And before the lady had passed away, I had seen one of these girls that me and my friend, we had like started talking to, because they was also black in it when we also had went to the same place, but we wasn't at the same hotel or nothing. We just happened to see them on our way to our hotel when we got there, and we just seen them on the ride back. So we was talking to them, and it was really cool. It was real cool. One of them was a physician's assistant. One of the girls told me, and she was actually trying to help the lady too. And I was like, that's your friend? Because one of them, two of them was sitting behind me on the plane. And yeah, I just cannot imagine how she felt, because it's like, we were all in the thick of it, but she was in the thick of it. Like, we was all sitting on the plane, and like, we was all in eye view. Like, Like, at least I was. My friend, she was by the window in her seat, so I don't know, she didn't really see much on her end, but I seen a lot because I was in the aisle, so I got to, like, you know, kind of just look real quick. But I just couldn't imagine, you know, all of this happening, and I'm like trying to help this lady, and then it just don't even work out. Like, that would put me in such a bad headspace, I'm telling you. Because even though it's not, like, it's not her fault, she came in helping after the fact, like after the other flight attendant like was already working on her or whatever. But yeah, like, that was crazy. Like, right after you come from vacation, like, you about to go back home from vacation, I'm sure you had a good time. I know it was like one of the girls' birthdays. Like, it, like, that's sickening. Like, and then, like, with the son, like, I couldn't even imagine that, like, on a flight with my mom, and then, like, we don't even make it home together. Like, that's crazy. So, like, you know, RIP to that lady, and, you know, I send out, you know, prayers and everything to their family, because that's really crazy. I really hope that they did enjoy their vacation, though. Maybe, like, hopefully, like, her last couple of days was really good, though. Like, you know, like, there's not much we can do, you know, life isn't guaranteed, but I just hope that, you know, at least her last moment, she had a really good time with her family, because that's just sickening. That's just sad and sickening. Like, that was so heavy on my heart. Like, that was so heavy on my heart. I came home, I cleaned up a little bit. Like, my room was already clean before I left the crib, but I cleaned up a little bit. I burnt the incense to the prayer for her. Like, I am so sorry that happened to you, mamas, because this is a crazy world that we live in. You never know. You just never know. Our bags were in where they needed to be when we got here, so that was a good thing. My friend, she, like, one of her AirPods dropped on the plane, and she was sitting right next to a vent, so it went down in the vent in the plane. So, child, just so much, like, it be small things and it be big things, and it's just like a whole whirlwind of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never smooth sailing sometimes, and I hate that about like, you know, going away and stuff like that. Like, you just never know what's gonna happen, and it's even worse when you're, like, in a foreign country and you don't really know what's going on. That's why, and I think that's really why I had such a terrible attitude. Like, the first day we got there, when our bags wasn't there, bro, charged the whole day. Like, because we got there, charges wasn't working. Like, you already know the little fumble with that. Like, that was egregious. But yeah, so really the whole update for now is we made it home safe. Unfortunately, somebody did pass away on our flight, and it did extend the flight for us. We which is, like, you know, you can't do nothing about that. That's really nothing that we can control. It's unfortunate that it happened, but it was, like, you know, unforeseen circumstances. I did apply for my refund, however, with that airline last night before I went to bed, because not only did y'all lose my luggage for a whole 24 hours, y'all also made me, you know, have to pay extra money to get stuff that I already had. That's one. Then I had to travel back to the airport to get my bags myself, instead of y'all sending us our stuff like you should have. So boom, 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 I want my money back. And, you know, with the whole delay in the flight, which also wasn't really their fault neither, but still, it's like, listen, at this point, y'all just owe me money, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, so I'm back in New York now, safe and sound, thank God. And my friend, she went home this morning. She left at like 4 a.m. over here, and her plane was at like 6. She should be back home by now, as I'm speaking. But yeah, overall, my whole tips on the whole situation is for one, when you're going, I really should do this myself, but when you're going away anywhere, it doesn't even matter if it's international or not, you should buy an air tag. I think I'm going to invest in the air tag because I would have had a better peace of mind knowing exactly where my stuff was, rather than me just like waiting for like somebody to give me more information on it. Because one of the couples there, they had an air tag. I think I'm going to invest. I was thinking about it prior to this even happening. That's the gag about this all, honestly. I was thinking about it before it even happened. But now it's just like solidified it for me. Like, yeah, the next time I go somewhere, I need to have an air tag. So there's that. And just plan for, you know, stuff to happen, really. Like, we don't have the luxury of knowing what the future holds for anybody, so really just plan for the worst and hope for the best. You know, we couldn't have foreseen that we had to buy so much extra stuff, and then we had to use a lot of our cash that we got for other things. So it really like kind of stopped us from doing certain stuff. But other than that, it really was a great trip. I really enjoyed myself. As far as like how people treated us and stuff like that, everybody treated us really well, really nice. And both me and my friend are dark skinned. You seen her. Yeah, we're both dark skinned, so you know, I feel like it is Afrocentric friendly, as it should be though, because we're in Africa. But hey, you know, not everybody gets along. But hey, so I do recommend going out to Morocco. I do recommend it. It was a beautiful place. Our hotel, 10 out of 10. Really not too many complaints about them, to be honest. They really did their big ones. What else? Yeah, I just thought I should do a little makeup look, since, you know, this whole thing was about travel. It's like, but you know, I gotta give y'all what y'all really be here for sometimes too. I'm gonna give y'all a little both. Get a little bit of something for both of them. But yeah, like, ooh, I'll taste something. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think I got some setting spray in my mouth. I'm like, what's the taste? I don't like that. Hold on, I'm gonna come right back after I do the rest of my face, just to give my little wrap up real quick. Okay, this is the final look. Let's go about my business. But yeah, final closing thoughts. Travel as much as you can. The world's going to shit. People are wicked, people are crazy, they have no clue to decorum. But yeah, F it, we ball, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I would give the Morocco trip 7.8 out of 10. It wasn't like, Morocco itself was beautiful, it was great. It was just a bunch of the inconvenience of the services that we had that really brought down the experience. But overall, it was a nice place. Everyone was super amazing. So Morocco in itself, 10 out of 10. No notes, love them. And you should definitely visit if you ever have the opportunity. I would say that their currency isn't bad compared to ours. As far as US dollar to their MAD. So $2 is 20 for them. Say 20 is 200, and so on and so forth. I feel like stuff kind of cost about the same, but a little bit cheaper, just like a little bit cheaper, like not egregious amount, like it's like, oh, I'm balling when I'm out there, but like, no, it was nice for what it was. I would definitely go again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little vloggy vlog. And, you know, stay tuned for the next trip. And, you know, if you guys have any questions, anything at all, just hit the comments. Let me know. I will answer your questions. And let me know what y'all want to see next. Where do you want to see me go next? I'm probably, well, for future reference, I'm probably going to end up going to Peru for my birthday, which is in October. So if y'all are interested in getting any tips or anything for there, I will be uploading a vlog for that too. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along on the journey. I hope y'all really enjoyed this, and see you next time.